Hey guys, welcome to PJ's Coin Capers. So today we are going to have a look at coins that can be found in circulation that are possibly forgotten about in some ways, that are very low mintage. We're going to have a look at the pricing, where they're at as of, well, basically November of 2022. And I just want to say a bit of a shout out to Sasha from Aussie Economics. It's a great name. He's actually got a YouTube channel as well as a great Facebook group where you can buy and sell from. So I will link the channel as well as the Facebook group in the description of this video. So go and have a look at his channel as well. But he mentioned to me, he said, "Hey, you should go and do this video." And it's probably a video I have needed to do and update a little bit more. And there's a few surprises in here that I was quite surprised about, where the prices have gone with a number of these coins. So I've laid them all out in front of us, and I just wanted to go through them and have a look at each of them, talk about the mintage and talk about their price. So we'll start off with the 1972 5-cent coin. Now, up until recent years, this has been one of those coins that have been probably one of the ones that collectors like to find the most. Okay, so as in certainly from a 5-cent point of view, and this has been obviously a low mintage coin for a long time. It's been around since 72. And the other thing I want to say about all these coins is the fact that all these coins that I'm going to be showing you today are all, the mintage is fixed. Okay, it's not going to change, and the only way that the mintage is going to change on any of these coins is because they are being pulled out of circulation. So due to attrition of coins and coins being damaged, they are no longer as accessible as what they were because of their age. Okay, so the Royal Australian Mint or the banks will pull coins out of circulation and return them to the mint to be destroyed. So or the companies like Sellers, Armaguard, those kind of security companies will do that type of work as well. So the 1972 5-cent coin, now I've had a look just to sort of see roughly pricing wise. So in this sort of condition I just showed you a moment ago, they're selling for around $7 each. Now you do have to go through a lot of 5-cent coins to try and find one, but well worth it to turn 5 cents into $7. It's a great return. In uncirculated condition, recent sales have been up to $130 each. So I'm not sure what the actual 1972 sets are worth. Be interesting to do a comparison on that. But yeah, the actual individual coins I've seen selling for up to $130. All right, the next one. And the interesting thing, what we'll find out through this video is the coins that are the older coins that we'll go through certainly have a larger price variance between the low side of things, from just finding ones that are basically in these sort of circulated conditions compared to uncirculated conditions, a big price variance. So, and this is the 2016 changeover 5-cent coin. Now, we've spoken about this coin many times on the channel. It has a mintage of, where is it? The 5-cent 2016 has a mintage of 4.8 million. Now, I'm not sure if I mentioned the mintage of the 72 at 8.3 million. So this is half of what the 72 is. But, and to be honest, I love this coin. I love the design of it, and it's very easily spotted when doing 5-cent coin noodling. All right, so that one there has a price range of $1 for, you'd have to be, I mean, this is the thing, anywhere from $1 to $5, and they're all going to be in fairly good condition. So you'll pick up, if you can't find one, keep looking, but you will find one. You will find one. Just keep looking. They're not that scarce that you won't find one. So That's probably why the price doesn't have too much of a variance in there. A lot were sort of selling for around the $2 to $3 mark, but I think $2 to $3 to have a nice condition one is certainly worthwhile. All right, the next one is the 1985 10-cent coin. We'll just zoom in a little bit closer there. There we go, 1985 10-cent coin. Now, that has a mintage, I'll just jump onto that, a mintage of just 2 million, all right? Now, this is pretty typical of the kind of condition that you'll find these coins in. They all sort of look very, well, what would you say, not much luster on them. So they're all pretty much like that. So if you find a nice one, it'll be worth a few more dollars. But in that sort of condition, they've been selling for around $9, which sort of surprised me that those coins were selling for $9 and uncirculated version was selling for 25. I thought there might have been a bigger variance there, but there wasn't. But certainly that kind of surprised me that that coin was selling for $9 each. That's sort of the average sort of price that I've been seeing. Next one, certainly one of my favorites to find, is the 2011 10-cent coin. Certainly needs no introduction on this channel, but these guys have stayed pretty stable over the last few years, and they're selling for around the $5 in uncirculated condition, selling for $35 on those guys. So more than the 85, but there is a difference in the mintage, but only slightly. And the mintage on the 2011 is 1.7 million. So certainly one to look out for. To be honest, I think I found them all. So there ain't many left out there. But I've been very successful in finding those guys. I have many of them. But I think a lot of them maybe got put into circulation in Victoria. So that's the one coin that us Victorians have been able to find, which has been great. All right, moving on. We'll sort of put these two together, but basically these are the 2001 Federation 20-cent coins, and there's one for each state and territory. So this is the Northern Territory one we've got here in front of us. That one there actually has the lowest mintage out of all of them, and this one has the highest, which is the New South Wales one. So those guys there, it really doesn't matter too much price-wise where they sit, but the New South Wales one has a mintage of 3.2 million, and the lowest one, which was there's a few on 2.1 million. We've got the Canberra one, so the Australian Capital Territory one, as well as the Northern Territory one at 2.1 million. And then there's a couple at 2.2 as well. But really, the Victorian one's at 2.9 and the New South Wales one is at 3.2. But it really doesn't make a difference too much to the price. They're anywhere between $4 to $7 in uncirculated condition. All right, so still 20 cents. I love finding those guys. Great for making sets. If you can make a set, then they can be sold, probably about that $20 to $30 range, depending on condition for the sets. Similar situation for the 50-cent coins. The 50-cent coins, same situation, states and territories. These two here, so this one here, if I can focus that one there, is the ACT one, which has the lowest mintage out of all of them at 2 million, and the New South Wales one, which has the highest mintage of 3 million. So all the other ones are in between there, but mostly on the lower side of the twos. So price wise on those guys there is anywhere from $4 to $15 plus for an uncirculated one. A little bit hard to find good comps on those, but yeah, they're starting to move as well. Those coins. The lower end of things at the $5 has probably stayed fairly stable, but still a great coin to find. And I certainly find a good variety of those coins when I do my 50-cent coin roll hunts. All right, one that doesn't come across too often, and this is my surprise coin. All right, so 1985. Now, I've spoken about this coin on the channel a number of times. We've spoken about price, and typically you'll find them in this sort of condition. Occasionally you'll find a very nice one, but most of the time they sort of look like this. So 1985 has a mintage of just 1 million. All right. Now I think people are starting to wake up to this because it's started to climb up in price. Now I've previously said that this coin was worth around the $5 to maybe $9, somewhere in that sort of range. Based on what I'm seeing on eBay, recent sort of sales, and I'm saying probably 10 to 15 recent sales through September, that kind of thing, have been selling for around $20, okay? $20 for something like that. Now the uncirculated version has been selling for around $35. So well worth finding if you can grab some 50-cent coins and go through them. All right, the next one, the 1993, same mintage, 1 million, but certainly these are far cheaper, okay? $5 to buy these particular coins, and it's certainly just as highly sought after, and probably just as difficult to find a 93 as it is an 85, but 93s are still around $5 each in that sort of condition, and in uncirculated condition they're up to around $30 each. So once again, a very nice coin, and certainly if you can hoard and keep enough of those 93s, they will go up in value over time. All right, the next one is probably our most recent, our most latest coin on this video, which is a 2017 Marbo 50-cent coin with a mintage of just 1.4 million. A little bit overlooked, and so as time goes on, people will start to wake up that, hold on, we need these. And a lot of these went to Tasmania, and I know a lot of Tasmanians aren't keeping them. So I've kept, I think, every single one I've found, and I did have a look to see how these guys are going. Nothing super special, but anywhere from $3 to $7 depending on condition. All right, and they're a new coin, so we're not going to get that kind of variance in price and condition because a lot of them have been pulled out of circulation and have a very similar condition to them. All right, so the next one we're going to be having a look at is the 2014 Mob of Ruse. All right, so with all the hype of different 2020, 2021, 2022 $1 coins, these have sort of been a little bit forgotten about, and this one here is really the original low mintage Mob of Ruse. Okay, so just over 1 million, 1,052,000 or something like that. 1,052,000. So really it's comparable to the 85 and the 93 coins. So this one here I love to find as well, and really value wise it's starting to get somewhere slowly. It's taken some time, and I suppose this is probably the same sort of way that the Marbo will go. It'll take some time, but and the mintages are not too dissimilar in some ways. But the 2014 Mob of Ruse, for basically in that sort of condition there, is around $6. To uncirculated is around $15. So there's sort of the averages of what I'm seeing for recent sales. All right, the next one, certainly a favorite of the channel, and one I just love finding, and that's the 2016 changeover, and certainly the lowest of the, let's say the fixed mintages. Struggling with a little bit of focusing there. There he is there. Very obvious when you do come across it. And these guys, they've probably been moving around a little bit in price over the last year or two, and really haven't found their spot yet. But in sort of this sort of condition, you might get sort of $25. Some of the other ones there, you may get $20, and in uncirculated, around $30 is probably the average. There will be anomalies outside of that, but that's sort of the average sort of price that you're finding for these particular coins, which is still great, which is still a great return. Mintage wise, only 560,000 of these produced. So, that sort of puts it in the realm of the 2012 Red Poppy $2 coin. Like, that's 500,000. This is 560,000. I know it's not a popular denomination of coin. The $1 coins nowhere near as popular as the $2 coins, but certainly mintage wise, and for an Australian circulating coin at 560,000 is certainly one to keep an eye on, and most people are quite aware of that coin there out of all of these coins. All right, we can only put one $2 coin in this category because there's been such a hype. There's such a hype with $2 coins, and they have to have color on them. But this one here doesn't have any color on it, and it's the 2011 $2 coin, Aboriginal Elder. There he is there. All right, so that one there has a mintage of, I need to look it up again, I think 1.8 million. All right, so certainly in the same ballpark as a lot of the colored $2 coins, actually less, because we've recently discovered a lot of them are around that 2 million. Sure, there are ones like the Poppy and the Coronation that are lower, but majority of those colored $2 coins are sitting at 2 million. Now, those colored $2 coins will always be special because they are colored and people love them. But I think you need to have a 2011 in your collection as well at 1.8 million. It's certainly one to look out for and try and find. Now, dollar price on these guys, not much. These are not a popular coin. Only around $5, which from my point of view is not even worth finding. Sorry, not even worth trying to sell. I think that these things will take off over time, but it's going to take some time. And in uncirculated condition, there was actually no sales on eBay. I couldn't even give you a price for those coins. I think the only way you'd probably get a decent uncirculated one would be to pull it out of a mint set, and those mint sets have gone up in value with the 2011 10-cent coin and the $2 coin being a low mintage coin. So you'd have to probably say that it'd probably be worth around that $30 mark, because I don't think people were necessarily hoarding the 2011 $2 coin when it came out. Alright guys, that is where we're going to wrap up this video. So look, get out there, keep hunting, and just be aware of a few of these coins. I know we've had a lot of new collectors come into the hobby of recent and may not have been aware about all these other coins outside of the colored $2 coins. So get out there, have a look, and find some of these coins and add them to your collection. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.